Emissions of greenhouse gases need to peak within the next 3 years if we're to stave off the worst effects of climate change. And even then, we'd still need new technology to suck carbon dioxide out of the skies by the middle of the century. In their latest report, UN scientists are warning we are on course for devastating changes to our climate. And the head of the UN called out government and business leaders for saying one thing on reducing emissions and doing another. Quite simply, he said, they are lying and the results will be catastrophic.
For saving the world from the worst of climate change, but it comes with a massive warning. It is now or never. There can be no more broken promises on climate, says the UN.
Some government and business leaders are saying one thing but doing another. Simply put, they are lying.
Hold up.
Swirl.
Let's take a step back for a moment. While climate change brings us closer and closer each day to tipping points that may lead to the collapse of ecosystems across the world, not all hope is lost. The Georgia Institute of Technology stands today as a microcosm of the fight against such change. Let us begin at the pinnacle of sustainability here at Georgia Tech, the Kendeda Building for Innovative Sustainable Design. It is the first building in Georgia and the 28th in the world to earn Living Building Challenge certification, the world's most ambitious and holistic green building achievement. Rather than being less bad for the environment and people, the Kendeda Building is regenerative. It supplies over 200% of its own annual energy needs, far exceeding the 105% certification requirement, yielding a net positive. For instance, take one of the most valuable resources on Earth, water. The Kendeda Building's composting toilets and waterless urinals combined used less water than one typical low-flow toilet. In fact, by incorporating salvaged materials during its construction, the building diverted more waste from the landfill than it sent. To keep economic benefits local, at least 50% of the building materials and services were sourced from within 700 miles of the site. But how would you even get to such a building? Well, GT Solar Racing may have that question answered. Georgia Tech Solar Racing is a nonprofit, student-run organization that designs and builds street-legal, solar-powered race cars for track and cross-country competitions around the world. Their mission is to push the cutting edge of hyper-efficient vehicle technology while offering their members real opportunities to improve design, manufacturing, and leadership skills. Their technologies have even taken them 1,000 miles across the West US in just 5 days. With their efforts, fuel efficiency problems may one day become a relic of the past. Be that as it may, Georgia Tech still has a public transit system closely tied to the Greater Atlanta public transportation infrastructure. The Stinger is open to students, employees, and the public without the need for fees or identification. Rental scooters, bicycles, and just plain old open pedestrian space make getting from one end of campus to the other a fairly painless experience, all things considered. However, what may stand out even more than sustainable buildings or fuel-efficient transportation is the 80-plus acres of green space all throughout campus. The Eco Commons project is an effort to use plant life to follow the original, naturally occurring stream paths of the land Georgia Tech was built on. Trees, grass, bushes, and, of course, hammocks to enjoy it all have been strategically placed around campus to decrease storm runoff. Of course, nothing says sustainable quite like a community garden. Spearheaded by the Students Organizing for Sustainability, or SOS, the Georgia Tech Community Garden is a resource that is available to everyone on campus. They have small plots available for individual or group use and can also schedule workdays for large-scale, garden-wide improvement projects. Now, are these things alone enough to prevent the end of the world? Of course not, but they are certainly steps in the right direction. And Georgia Tech continues to take those steps, to set those trends, to blaze those trails, to show the rest of the world what can be done in the face of climate change.